Welcome back, guys. Um, Hope you had a great Christmas like I did. It was super, super, super busy. Um, I've been sitting here all day on Friday. It's the it's really close to New Year's. Well, it's December. I don't have my phone in front of me. Uh, okay, sorry. It's the 29th of December. I've been pulled out a bunch. I've been fortunate enough that I've had a bunch of pictures I took over the years of some mountain bikes, and I've told you I had a bit of a pass with mountain bikes, and uh, so I've got some old pictures of some bikes that you could see of me that I've owned and I've actually raced back in my heyday. I wouldn't say I do that now, but this is my cup, and I've been upgraded to Papa. And my youngest boy has his girlfriend gave birth to a lovely little boy. His name is Aaron, just like me. He was born on December 15th, so super proud of all that. I'm looking forward to the years where I can teach him how to ride a bicycle, and you know, as the world goes around, hopefully I can teach him how to do some mountain biking too. So I've been upgraded, promoted to Papa. In the background, you'll see they actually got a picture of me in one of my videos. They Snapchat that you can take a picture of on an iPhone. There's that option. You can do that, and so they had it printed for me. So that was a really nice picture they had done for me. I really love it. So it's gonna hang on the wall in the bike room here, and so everybody gets to see it when they when I do a video in my room. Um, we're very fortunate right now. We've had no snow here in Ontario, Canada, um, but it's been doing a lot of raining. No freezing rain, and normally we've got snow, but I'm not going to say that loud because I'm really enjoying the fact that we can. I've been doing some pedaling here and there, and actually on Boxing Day I took the Red Rocket out. I rode it to a friend of mine's, which was 20 kilometers away, and we had a pleasant time doing it. And it was actually +8 out, so you can do the Fahrenheit Celsius thing if you're in the States. Um, so that's one of the things that I've been benefiting from is that, yeah, I'm still riding the bike on the trainer, and I've been hitting some weights, and I do weights on my stretchy bands here, and I have a kettlebell uh, that I work out with as well. So um, that's been keeping me fit on the off season when you can't get out and ride. But as well, you needed to. I needed to get some more muscle because the Norco sight is not on the light side. If you're gonna ride this bike, you're gonna know the weight right away. So that's something I'm working on. Getting more strength, upper body strength, to maneuver this bike a little bit better on trails and stuff. Even though it pedals beautifully, you still, say for instance, you want to hike a flight of stairs on it. You got to pick it up, and you're gonna need that muscle um, to get it up and carry it. So that's stuff I always work on, but um, I've been stepping it up even more and more. So um, there we go. I rode a bunch of bikes, and I'm not really a guy that really is dedicated to one manufacturer, as you can say. I'm not dedicated to anybody really, because as you can see, my trainer bike is a giant. My hardtail is an Orbea Laufey, and my e-bike is an Oracle Sight. So an Oracle Sight VLT. So I'm not, and I've rode a number of bikes over the years, number of bikes. But where I fall into the category is that I didn't have a whole lot of options when it came to bikes, and I really couldn't travel to get the bikes until later on. So, for instance, when I was younger and I rode XC bikes, XC was the thing back in my day. Uh, we the one store that I went to was called Bike Motion, and it was they carried Marin mountain bikes in their day. So for me, I started off with a Marin, and it was a full rigid 26-inch bike, 26-inch wheels, sorry. It was probably a medium or large at the time. It was probably a large. It had full cantilever brakes on it, no suspension. What else did it have? The old roller pin front brake cantilevers. It had the old Schrader valves on it. What else? I probably rode the tires so they're bald, but I do have a picture of me. I was fortunate enough to still have a picture of me riding that bike, and the guy was a photographer from a very popular TV. They had a TV show or TV network. It was called Much Music. I don't know if you guys remember that. I think they still have it now, but they don't broadcast differently. So this is a picture of me when back in the day. You can see I had the old bucket helmets that we wore, tie-dye t-shirts. You can see I'm wearing a pair of tennis shoes or Nike shoes with a set of clips on it. We were at a big rock quarry, and we found some jumps there, and I'd whacked myself on a limb that came out, and you can see a little bit of the blood dripping off my leg there. He made everything blurry in the background, but I stood out from it. So, yeah, that bike was actually one of my starter bikes. One of my, you're learning to mountain bike. This is kind of the most expensive bike that I started with. I think it was around $500. I cut a lot of grass for that, by the way. Back in the day, I think it was like 15 back in the day. That was fun. Yep. So that was the start of it. You can see me there. I'll do a close up, and you can see me in there doing a big jump. Yeah, the old rim brakes. It was probably a 7-speed cassette on the back with a triple on the front with a derailleur and shifter and all that. It was fluorescent colors on that bike, actually. You can see how high the seat post is up in the air. No dropper post. Yeah. So yeah, I've kept these pictures along for a very long time, and I will probably never get rid of them. Hopefully my boys will look after him like I have. Yeah. So that's one of the pictures I kept, and that was one of the starters. And that was a Marin, but oh sorry. That was a Marin mountain bike. Not sure what it was. It was a low entry mountain bike. I think it was a Bobcat Trail or something like that. I just had to have it. It was flashy. I rode around town. Everybody liked it. Oh, nice bike, man. Nice bike. Used to keep it clean. Yeah. Anyhow, that was one of them, and so it's one of those things that you keep forever. So as I progressed, I moved up, and I always kept that helmet. By the way, I have another bike here that it's a Marin Palisade Trail. I don't know if you guys know or aware of that. We've stepped it up a little bit more. This era was when I want to say 93, right around in there. I still have the same helmet, but boy do I look young. So there's another picture. This is a race picture, actually. I'm racing the Ontario Cup. I'm pretty sure it was in Milton, which is north of Toronto, Ontario. They had some trails there, and we were following the Ontario mountain bike races. So we'd race almost every other weekend. So you can see the amount of travel I had. It was like this much on the bike. Wasn't much, but I bent a lot of forks. So I bent a lot of forks, and then they started making these suspension forks, and I said, well, let me try it to the owner of the bicycle store. So I had to buy it, the suspension fork, because it didn't come with the frame. And you can also see they had bull horns on I had these bar ends, and they were awesome for climbing. I still like them today, but nobody ever rides with them. It's just another way where put your hands in position. You could really torque up the hill. Yeah, 26-inch wheels still the old cantilever brakes. Yeah. 707 was my race number for that, my bin number. We had to put them on the front of our bikes. It was really, really hot. As you can see, I'm wearing a tank top. The old fag bag tool kit was in my, and I had another one right here. And that carry all your contents, like your wallet and everything. And then this one carried all your, whatever, CO2 and tube and everything, and chain breaker, and yeah, the old bucket helmet. Yep. So that's another picture of mine that I got that I've been keeping forever to show you guys, because I know eventually I would be showing you, so everybody could see it. That's back in my heyday. I did quite well. And at this era of time, there was no sponsored riders. Boy, did I try to get sponsored, though. I did. My stats were good. I was top 10 in my field when I started racing. I even had a couple ones, twos, but it was always top 10. So back in the day, that's a younger version of Mr. Aaron Wade Rides, that's for sure. As you can see, baby face. Yeah. So that's another one of my pictures I got to keep and had. These were actually taken by, they were they were sent out to everybody who raced that race, and they were like this big, and I'd never afford to get them blown up as a kid, you know. Work for every dollar you have, so it wasn't easy, but you know, you hung around the bicycle store and you got all these pull-off tires, and so I would run them backwards on my bike just to have traction on my mountain bike. That's a funny story. I never thought of telling you guys that, but yeah, I would spin the tire backwards and the tire would be like brand new again. People think they're just wore out and done. So this bike is when they started making full suspensions. Now here you'll see that they had a 100 millimeter stem on the front, and the seat jacked right up high as it can go, because you got to get the power to the pedals. Now this is another bike I built, and this is a Marin as well. So you'll see there's what was available for me is what I rode. So here there was no, this picture a lot smaller. So, 1 second here, guys, I'm getting another call. Sorry about that. Yeah, so this bike is a full suspension. It's a Marin. Same amount of travel, very little travel. No bar ends. No bar ends on it. Flat bars, 100 millimeter stem. Same 26-inch wheel size. Same. Now we're running 8-speed cassettes on the back with a 3-speed on the front. Still, seats jacked right up. Yeah. Now we're running the same kind of suspension on the back as the front. There's no shut off, no turn off. Yeah. You'll have to excuse my dogs. Have to excuse my dogs. I'll get back to you in about a minute here. So, sorry about that. Amazon. Crazy shit you order off Amazon, off the website. Sorry. So, yeah, seat jacked up. 100 millimeter stem on there with the little chopped down bars, handlebars. They're really narrow. Twitchy as hell. Thought I was king of the world on that bike. As you can see, it was a Marin. Again. So yeah. I wasn't much for, they didn't make the Camelback back then. So we ran 2 water bottles in the races and stuff. Pray to God you didn't run out of water. The last bike is when I really pushed the envelope on stuff, and had to save some money and put some money away. This is a Barracuda Team Issue. Now this bike had Magura hydraulic rim brakes. As you can see, the John Tomac ones. Well, I want to say they're fluorescent, like red or orange color. Yeah, you can see where the seat's all jacked up. Little suspension, because at the time I could run that suspension on all my bikes. As you can tell, there was 3 bikes that had that front suspension on it. Well, I could run it on this hardtail, and I set this bike up really, really light, as you can see. The bike it might have had some upgraded XTR hubs. I was starting to spend some money to do really good at mountain biking. Yeah. So. Yeah, I had some pictures laying around out of my photo album, so I thought I'd pull them out and let you see these things and tell you I had a bit of a past with mountain bikes and been riding for a very long time. So, yeah, there it is. So anyhow, so back in the day, you could actually swap out parts. This had a lot of swapped out parts. Like for instance, the stem, the front suspension, even the crankset I would pop off and put on another bike. But I think I upgraded the rims on it, the rims and the hubs and the free hub on these. Yeah. But it was a Barracuda Team Issue bike. I got it from that Bike Motion store that I mentioned to you where all my bikes were coming from, because that was available for me and I didn't drive. I was still a kid then and had no inspirations of getting behind the wheel of a car anyhow. So my big thing was I just kept pedaling. I trained a lot and worked hard to get to where I was going. So yeah, I just wanted to share that with you guys to let you know that that's what that's a little bit of more background and more of the pictures where you can see how far things have come. It's crazy. And all the tools and different things that you need. Like for instance, a shock pump. Who would have thought we needed a shock pump? So we used to set the little, and screw the cap on the top, and you could set the amount of travel you wanted for that day on the elastomers inside of those Manitude forks. It's crazy. Now there's oil, spring, air. But yeah, that was those were the key things that I maybe keep riding and why I rode. Not too many people have kept up to it like I have here. The guys that I used to ride on with a team called it a team. There is only but one person on that team that actually rides, and he rides occasionally. He's too broken now, but nobody actually still rides. I'm about the last person that keep riding, so I have kept up with it. I've kept up with the times, so, and now I'm riding an e-bike, so it's making me feel like I was in those pictures. It's back in the pictures. I was pretty strong rider. I did quite well, and I trained very well. I trained hard. I pedaled a lot. Went through a lot of chains and a lot of broken parts that I fixed. Because at the time, the 93, 98 to 93, 94, 95, I actually got trained to work on bicycles too from the owner of Bike Motion. I owe a lot of credit to him because I'm still implementing a lot of the training that I got from there into the new stuff. So the new stuff would be the hydraulic brakes, the shifting, even the cable. The cables are about the same, but I would say the hydraulics and the braking, the different derailleurs now, the one by and the derailleurs. The derailleurs are different from what they were. Suspension is a big, huge thing for me to learn, but I learned it and paid attention. Had some other people show me how to set sag, how to look at the um, how to look at the fork and make sure everything's clean and tidy. So those are my anal things that I really look after. Even the dropper post was the biggest thing that actually came into my life that changed cycling forever. I'll say, because with a fixed seat post, I mean, yeah, you could drop it with a quick release seat post, but then you had to move it back up when you're done, you know, and you wanted to ride the flat trail, or you weren't going downhill. Anyhow, with the dropper post, man, that changed everything. If nobody knew that, what it was like to ride a fixed post back in the 90s, man, the stuff that we did that was crazy, that our posts were so high in the air just to get in that power motion over our legs. But you had to have that because you raced country, because there was no downhill at the time. It was just coming into Ontario and just trying to get famous. It was just starting to get popular. I know the UK brought it in before us, so they had a lot of their guys riding back in the day, like Steve Pete and Rob Warner. But we didn't have anything like as to their caliber. But yeah, I even dabbled in a little bit of the downhill on the. See, we used to race the cross country on the Sunday, but we used to get there on the Saturday, camp. They always had free camping for us at any of the venues we went to. And so we camped on the Saturday, but we could get there early enough. I raced the downhill, even on the hardtail bike. Even on a hardtail bike, I raced it. It was still fun. But then I got that full suspension, that picture. I actually raced cross country and downhill on that bike because I met the qualifications for the bike. But anyhow, you know, you did it because it was fun and just going fast downhill. I had enough experience behind me and I was crazy enough, and pedal hard, pedal fast, and keep going, keep her upright, don't wipe out, sort of deal. So there you have it, guys. I've upgraded from a dad to a papa in my Christmas holidays. They were busy with both my boys. It was fun. I just wanted to show you my pictures. My big picture, pretty happy with. I'm super ecstatic that they had this done. I had no idea. And I wanted to show you my other pictures of all my biking stuff. So I still had them, and I wanted to share them with you guys. So I appreciate it. And we're coming into the new year here. I guess it would be Monday. My goodness, it's going to be 2024. And I keep looking outside because it's still green. There's no leaves on the trees, and there's no snow. I'm not telling it. Don't tell it around here. So I want to ride as much as I can, provided there's no salt. No salt that I can get into my gears and into my bikes. So yeah. So guys, you get to see my ugly mug. You see pictures, and I just wanted to say thank you. My channel is still growing. You're still subscribing. I really appreciate that. Still keep commenting. I love the comments. Bad or good, doesn't matter. Hopefully I can meet my goal by 200 by spring. I appreciate everybody that subscribes to my channel. I do enjoy making the videos for you guys. And if there's something I'm not doing right or whatever, please comment and tell me. I will do my best to make it better for you guys. It's part of the learning process with YouTube. So if I can make it better for you guys and you can keep following along, keep sharing me with everybody else, that's awesome too. So I've had a wide range of history with this sport, but as well, I also get my hands on other things like electric scooters and you know, my e-mountain bike and my motorcycle. You know, if you want to see more action with that stuff, I can show you that too. It's all part of the game out here that we play on YouTube as presenters for you guys. Show you the world of us and what we could experience and what we want to unload to you guys. So there you have it. Like, share, and subscribe, guys. I hope you had a Merry Christmas. And I hope your new year is wonderful. So I'm looking like it's going to be a great one for me because I'm going to be on my VLT Norco, and I'll still have the Orbea. I got some more plans with it. I want to try some different tires. Like I said, I'm not a name branded guy. I'm not out there, oh yeah, I got to ride Specialized, No, I ride whatever. I'm not a name brand guy. So for instance, I could have been running a Norco Heckler e-bike. So I'm not a name brand guy. I don't just ride a Yamaha motorcycle. I've ridden Suzuki motorcycles. I've ridden Kawasaki motorcycles. Actually, you seen the Kawasaki that my son tried to ride there and fell over behind the tree in my channel. I'm not a name brand guy. I ride numerous things, and I want to ride numerous things because that's how you get the experience of riding different bikes and different things and using different things. For instance, you ride flat shoes. Well, the new 510 shoes are out, and I got a pair of the new 510 shoes. I'll show you them. So these are the new 510 shoes. These are the trail cross shoes. They have a neoprene on the top, D30 protection on the sides to protect my little girl ankles. So yeah, they're no SPD compatible. They're good for flats. So I run flats on my my e-bike, and they'll be my next shoe to run outside. But mind you, everything that I do for myself and what I get for myself, I work extra hard or extra time. I put extra time into things so that I can afford them. Because if you want it, you're going to have to work extra hard for it. And that's exactly what I do. So there you have it. That's my next pair of shoes. You didn't like the review of my last ones, so I shouldn't say that. I reviewed them. They're the Specialized shoe with the boa clamp on them with the laces. So the 510 shoes will be my next shoe I'll be wearing. I think they'll be great protection for my ankles. They grip really well with my pedals, so I had them out on Boxer Day. I call Boxer Day. Boxing Day. So anyhow, I hope your New Year is really well. I hope you everything that you want to do for your New Year's resolutions, I hope you succeed in them. I have none that I want to do, so I just enjoy doing what I'm doing, and it works for me. Like I said, I have a new grandchild, and that'll be my my main focus, is to keep him in my life, and he'll be enjoyable to have around. I'm hoping my other son got to meet him today, because he hasn't met him. So hopefully he got to meet him today. That's a very special moment between those two, and it'll be a strong bond as well. So family's important. You keep your family close. So my family's growing. I'm super happy. So with that, I'm gonna leave you with that. You guys have a great one. Sorry about the dogs barking earlier. I just had to cut that out so I could deal with that. But that's life. That's what we do. That's, as a creator and YouTuber, that's what we do. Not everything is perfect. So take care, guys. We'll catch you in the next one. Bye for now.